Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Mashinka back again for another video as per usual. Thank you so much for checking me out. I've been wanting to do this video for a while and I'm actually very excited that I'm doing it. But before we get into it, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. But if you're not subscribed, girl, what you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like, and I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's get into the video. So as y'all can read by the title, today I'm gonna show you guys how to get a perfectly flawless cake face. So today I'm gonna be caking my face. So today I'm not gonna wear a lightweight foundation, none of that. I'm gonna show you guys the way I do it, what works for me personally, and I'm hoping that if you guys watch this, maybe this is something that will work for you. Maybe all the stuff that the beauty gurus are doing isn't working for you. So this is just how I do it, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So yeah, let's get started. Before we apply any makeup, we need a base. For your makeup to last a very long time, you need something that will make it last. A foundation is not just gonna last on your skin just because it's a good foundation. You need something that you need to prep your face, is basically what I'm saying. Everything in life that you want to last, that you want to build, needs a solid base, needs a solid prep. Now, if you guys have been watching my get ready with me or my makeup videos for a while, you guys know I love primers, and I use different primers all over my face. So I suffer from large pores. So for my pore area, which is mostly in my T-zone, I use a pore filling primer, and I'm gonna use the NYX pore filler just because this is an amazing primer to fill your pores. It's very thick, it gets rid of them. Now, a lot of the beauty gurus use one primer all over their face. It never worked for me. I used to do the same thing, but it just never worked for me because I don't understand. If you use a pore filling primer, why would you use it all over your face? That's just something I don't understand. A lot of beauty gurus use their Benefit Professional all over their face. If you don't have pores on your chin, on your cheek, on your mouth, on your chin, on your forehead, then you shouldn't waste product. I had this primer, I got it in like the beginning of the year, and it's still like more than halfway full because I use a pea-size amount. So I'm gonna use a tiny amount. So I'm just gonna put it on my face, only again on the parts where I have pores. So again, don't put a pore filling primer all over your face unless you have pores all over your face. Now, moving on, we need a second primer for the rest of your face. The type of primer that I prefer to be put all over your face is a sticky primer. If I'm having a really dry day, I like for the primer to be not just sticky, but also moisturizing. I have a whole review on this primer. This is the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer. I think I'm gonna use this today, just because that's what I'm feeling. Today I'm gonna use this primer because it moisturizes my face and it's a honey type primer, so it's insanely sticky on your face, which again is perfect because you want your foundation to last. Smells so amazing. I have a whole review on this primer where I use nothing but this primer. I'm also gonna link it down below if you guys are interested. My pores are non-existent. My face is insanely sticky. All right, so now that we are primed, the next thing that I like to do, this is personal, not everyone does this, but I have deep circles right here. You can obviously tell I sleep a lot, so I don't know where these come from, but I like to color correct, and what I'm gonna be using for the color corrector is the NYX Dark Circle Conceal Corrector. They have 3 shades. This is in the shade like light pink. I just noticed all of my products that I've used so far are from NYX. I apologize. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I don't know why. I guess I just chose NYX today. I don't know. NYX is one of my favorite drugstore brands, so there's that. But I'm not sponsored by them, you guys. Like, not at all. So there's that. So I like to color correct my face because I do have redness and dark circles. And this color corrector is full coverage. So I like to put it all over my T-zone where I have redness and discoloration. Our face is primed, we color corrected. Now it's time to apply makeup. Now, a lot of beauty gurus love to apply foundation first and put it all over your face. I get really harsh dry patches right under my eyes, so I do not like to put a lot of makeup under my eyes, just because I'm gonna get dry patches and it's gonna cake insanely. I like to use a lightweight concealer. I like to mix my concealers as well, just because shade range or the texture. My favorite concealer that is just absolutely perfect is the Maybelline Fit Me, but I'm actually all out of it, so I'm gonna use my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer, and I'm just gonna start concealing before I apply foundation. Now that we have our concealer on, before we blend it out, I'm gonna put on foundation. This is just what works for me. I like to put everything on and then kind of blend it all together, because then there are no harsh lines and it's all so beautiful. All right, and I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This is my, out of my collection of foundations, I have like quite a few. From the drugstore, this is my most full coverage foundation. It is one of my favorite foundations on this planet. The brush that I've been loving for foundations, this brush has been just the best foundation brush in the entire world. It is this little oval foundation brush. I got it from TJ Maxx. It was like $10 or something. I don't remember. It's by Beauty. It is super cute, and I like to just buff everything in. I also have the smaller one, which I use for concealer. This one is by Crown Brushes, which is like a sister company of Morphe or something, I don't know. And I got this in BoxyCharm, so I don't remember how much it was, but amazing. So let's just blend everything in. So after you used your brush or beauty blender, whatever you prefer, I like to use brushes, obviously, and then I like to go over everything with my beauty blender, just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines, there aren't any brush lines, on my face. You know how sometimes brushes can leave their little imprint on your face? Now, what beauty gurus usually tend to do at this point is they bake their under eye. I'm not gonna do that. If you have dry skin and you have dry patches, you don't have to bake. Now, if I'm using a concealer and it actually creases a lot, I will not use loose powder. What I like to use pressed powder, and just like the tiniest amount of powder, I'm gonna press under my eye, like where my eye socket is, not anywhere else. Maybelline Fit Me, the Dewy Smooth powder, I obviously love it very much. I hit pan. This is my favorite face powder. This is just my favorite powder to bake. This is, if you have dry skin and you cannot bake, powders don't work for you, this is the most amazing powder. So I'm gonna take a tiny little angled brush and just get some product on it right here, just the tiniest amount, and just brush it right where my eye socket is, nowhere else. Lightly brush it or tap it in, and then I'm just gonna go in with a beauty blender and just tap that in. I do not want, I have work today, y'all. I'm not trying to look like a hot mess, and I do not want any dry patches, anything like that under my eyes. But we do need to powder our face, so I'm just gonna use that same powder and the Airspun powder and put it all over my face. I love the Airspun powder because it is thick and it does add coverage to your face. And again, we're trying to cake our face. Now, our face is almost caked, so let's go in with some contour. Now, my favorite contour is this little trio. Obviously, I used up this powder. This powder was the most amazing powder to set your under eye. My under eye never caked with this powder, so unfortunately it's all gone. So I like to use the Smashbox Trio. This is just the perfect shade for contour. And I'm just gonna go in there, and let's start to contour. See, you guys, it is not harsh. And I like powder because it is buildable. If you mess up with a cream contour, good luck fixing it. You're gonna look like a mess. And for contour, I definitely prefer using a cooler tone shade just because it's more natural. All you're trying to do, you're just trying to create a shadow. You're just trying to create or bring back the structure to your face. Alright, so they're pretty much equal. Alright, so next. We need bronzer because it is summer and I'm trying to look a little more tan than I usually am. So I'm just gonna mix, you can use any bronzer you like. I'm just gonna mix this bronzer from the Smashbox Trio, and I'm gonna use my favorite bronzer of all time. It's the Butter Bronzer in the shade Light by Physicians Formula. Formula, girl, Formula. We need some more color in this face. And we're gonna use blush. But today I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild's blush. I got it a year ago, but this is by Pearlescent Pink. Wet n Wild is one of my favorite brands on this planet because it is so affordable. It is cruelty free. It has a little logo that says cruelty free, so way to go. But yeah, the only thing I don't like about this, look how pretty it is. So pigmented. So I'm just gonna go in, tap in a little, see? I don't know if you guys can see, but a lot came off. Tap it off. There you go. Do you guys see how it all just blends together? Yeah. And you know what caused this blending together? Primer. Believe it or not, primer makes a huge difference. Alright. We're looking pretty fabulous. Now we're looking pretty matte. So we gonna use some highlighter. So this is one of my favorite highlighters. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in the shade Light Iridescent. This is the lightest one. So I'm just gonna put a tad. This is just how much I'm gonna put. They're super pigmented, girls, super pigmented. And I'm just gonna dot it. And these dry out super fast, so you gotta blend them out. And just because I'm feeling pink today, I don't know what it is today, but I'm feeling a little pink, I'm gonna use the pinkest highlighter I have, which happens to be this one. I got this in my very first BoxyCharm. This highlighter is by Vintage. BoxyCharm is huge with this brand. I always get something from this brand. This is super pink. This is a pink, this looks like a blush, but actually it is a highlighter, and it's actually not as pink as you think. Alright, you guys, so before I put on any liquid lipstick, I like to set the face. And for that, you need a setting spray. This is by Project Beauty Spray Set Go Makeup Setting Spray. So let's do this real quick. And I actually learned this trick from Nikki Tutorials. When you spray setting spray on your face, you want it to set as soon as possible. So you just fan your face. Alright, you guys, so this is my makeup look. As you can see, I did not bake anywhere on my face. I kept my T-zone like away from powder as much as possible. And just because my T-zone, that's where I get all the dry patches. And the dry patches are caused by powder. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just gonna give you a quick look at my face. I have no dry patches, no cakiness anywhere on my face. And that's because I used the fitting primer. I mean, the foundation honestly doesn't even matter, but I guess it does a little bit. It just depends what kind of, you use whatever foundation you want, and you don't put any powder in your T-zone. And that's just what works for me. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I did mention at some point in my video that I didn't want this channel to be all about tutorials because I'm not a makeup guru. I don't know jack shit, girl. But this is something that I've actually discovered what works best for me, for my skin tone, what lasts all day, and I absolutely love it. The primers and the makeup setting spray are hella important in your makeup routine. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, leave me some feedback, let me know if this is something you are willing to try, if this is something that works for you. Again, what works for me is not gonna work for everyone. That's why I think the beauty gurus really need to start using maybe new techniques, because I can't believe that all of this shit that they're doing is working for everyone. They all have different skin types. It didn't work for me. I know it's not gonna work for everyone. Whatever, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Hello. Okay, no, that's not how we gonna do this today. That's not how it's gonna go. What is up, you guys? Ooh, my neck just cracked. Oh my god. Cannot speak, cannot speak, cannot speak. Again. And this is like hella pink. This is like, oh my god.